What's going on, everybody? Marcus, your GM again, here with a talent development pro tip video. This talent development pro tip video is going to be on how to properly watch kill videos. I actually wanted to sit down and type this on a forum post, but I wanted to make this a YouTube video only because my mind bounces around a lot when I talk about these kind of things, and I wanted it to be one solid form that you could listen to just in case you were doing anything. Um, just something tangible that you could watch and listen to. So when we're talking about how to watch a kill video, I know a lot of our members go, okay, I watched the kill video, I see what he does, I know how to do it, but nobody really understands what they need to be looking out for when they're watching a kill video if they haven't done a boss before, or that they might need a refresher. The f- let's firstly talk about the two types of kill video guides that we currently use at Legends Anonymous. The first one is the Fat Boss Guide videos. The Fat Boss Guide videos are great because they're a little bit longer, they're in much greater detailed, and it's actual in-game footage of them doing the raid fight from a lot of different perspectives. They show you every single mechanic and what it looks like. They tell you why this mechanic is important, and it's just a really it's the full plate of the fight. It's everything that you need to know. The line of sight gaming videos are great because they're usually about 2 or 3 minutes long, and they're really the cliff notes on the boss fight. They show you where to position. Lately they've actually been adding what the mechanic looks like and kind of live footage cut like in the bottom of the screen. So when they do that, line of sight's good because it gives you a really quick view. Okay, this is where I need to stand. So with those two in mind, let's first talk about the Fat Boss guides. I always recommend people watch the Fat Boss guide video and to kind of take notes and to rewind and rewatch them several times over. I think if you look at how many views that I have or how many likes or watch that I've had on those Fat Boss videos, it's insane. I've watched each one at least 10 times. How to actually watch them though is really where it comes to what your role in the raid is and what your class is. Let's take for instance a hunter. So if you're watching the Fat Boss Guide video for, let's do Kilrog Deadeye, and you're like, okay, what do I have to do in this fight? Well, first off, you say, okay, where are the ranged positioned? Where is my class positioned in this fight? And what are the base mechanics? And what are the DPS type requirements? So if we look at Kilrog Deadeye, there's going to be two groups split like this. So you're going to have one group on the right, one group on the left. So obviously you know you're going to be standing in one of those groups. So your first question will always be, okay, what group am I in? And the raid leader will usually tell you what group you're in. The second thing is you've got ads to worry about. And you say, okay, I've got all these ads that need to be DPS down. So what does that mean? What does that mean for me as a hunter? That means that I am going to have to keep my head on a swivel and break some bad habits because a lot of players have a bad habit of staring at the boss's health, staring at their action bar, or actually staring at the boss when they're DPSing it. And there's just no need to do that. There's no need to stare at the boss. If you're targeting him, you know you're targeting him, keep hitting him. So now you know as a hunter, okay, I've got all these ads and they're very important. What do these ads do? Blood globules. When do they spawn? Blood globules spawn when Heartseeker hits a targeted player, and they spawn right where the player was when they got hit. So you will look out for the player with the Heartseeker. You will look to see where he's going and say, okay, he's going in the right spot. Boom, it's in the back. Then you know, okay, it's target priority number one. Why? Because the Fat Boss guy told you that if the Blood Globule hits Kilrog Deadeye, that it's going to cause a lot of fucking damage to the raid. So now you know to turn around and DPS that ad. You know where it's at. You know why it's important. Then you move on to the other ads like the Hulking Terror, the Bloodthirsters. As a hunter, you know you have very, very good CC. So you know, okay, when the Bloodthirsters come out, I can throw a big trap over here, like a freezing trap. It'll take up half of the room, so that way any ad that comes by there is going to be good. So you're going to be prepping all those things. You're going to be having all these things in the back of your head going, what can my class do in this situation to make this easier for the raid? And then you look at the mechanic of that doomsday fire that comes out. Okay, I know I'm going to be moving during this. What should I be doing while I'm getting hit by this mechanic? Maybe I should have my eye on my personal cooldown, just in case I slip up and run into the wrong place. I should probably have my eye on what ads are out because as a hunter, you can move and cast and DPS ads. Can't say how many times when that Doomsday Fire comes down and there's a Blood Globule, I don't know, 10 yards from the boss. That has to be DPS down. Only hunters can hit that thing from the range perspective. So when you're looking at these kill videos, um, you want to look at, okay, where am I positioned? What are the mechanics? And what tools do I have to make this encounter easier for my raid to overcome? And I'll give you another quick example that I used on Tyrant Valhari on my Elemental Shaman. I have a couple of cooldowns that I can use that actually can help off heal the raid, Ancestral Guidance and Storm Elemental Totem. I specifically saved both of those cooldowns for phase 2 when the Fonts of Corruption were coming up and we were getting that health debuff where you can only be healed up to either 80, 60, or 40% health. So I said, okay, I know that these cooldowns can help heal the raid. I'm going to save them for this part of the fight. And it helps you plan things out better because okay, I don't have to hit this cooldown until this part of the fight. I don't have to hit a personal until this part of the fight. And that's where a good raid leader steps in and will either call out your personals or tell you, okay, during this phase we need to use personals, so try not to blow one. And then we get into the more complicated type of things that when it comes to watching a kill video is you can almost kind of plan your rotation around watching that fight. If you really study the fight and you say, okay, at the start of the fight, like Zul'Horak, for instance, I'm going to be nuking the boss, nuking the boss, nuking the boss, nuking the boss, and then all of a sudden all these ads are going to come out. So you can plan ahead and go, okay, as soon as those ads come out, I'm going to be switching my mindset to this rotation, which if you're smart on Zul'Horak, it's target the pyros and interrupt if necessary, and also get damage on the big ad that comes out. So planning while watching the kill video is great because anybody can watch the kill video and go, oh yeah, that mechanic shoots green fire on the floor. That mechanic spawns an ad if you stand in the bad shit. That's easy. The hard part about watching a kill video is making a plan of attack of what you're going to do and when you're going to do it. And that's what I want all of our members to do when they see those kill videos. Because we've already killed 12 out of 13 bosses on normal. We know pretty much the mechanics of the entire um, raid except for Archimonde, and we've even gotten a few heroics down. But that doesn't mean that we don't have anything else left to learn. That doesn't mean we can't get better every single attempt and make every single attempt better and better and better. So that all comes in time with knowing what the bosses do and when they do them. You can't cycle your cooldowns properly if you don't know how much time is left for a boss. Perfect example, Gorefiend. Everybody knows that the first Feast of Souls, where you can actually do a lot of damage to the boss, happens 2 minutes after the start of the fight. So are you going to blow your 3-minute cooldowns before then? No. A hard fight to time is a fight like Manaroth. Now, us on Manaroth, we've gotten it down a couple times, but they weren't the cleanest kills. And I think part of that has to do with proper planning. You heard me and Zul dropping Windwalk totems when the gazes came out, and that way players didn't have to run through the white shit all slow. We planned that out. I said, okay, I'm going to drop my Windwalk, and Zell's going to drop his Windwalk on the second one. We had planned that out. And when you get to phase 3, it's all about timing. You have to know, okay, the boss is at 50% health. I have cooldowns up. Yeah, I can burn these cooldowns, and hopefully by then they'll come back up when we hero and burn our second pots. What you don't want to do is blow your cooldowns at 35%, waste them, and then we hero, and now instead of doing big, high burst damage right at the start of phase 3, you're doing pretty decent damage with just heroism. So those are just some really good examples of watching a fight, knowing what to look for. So TLDR or TLDW, too long didn't watch. Watch the kill videos. Uh, Number one, know what your role is in this fight. Two, know the timing of the fight so you can plan your rotation, your personals, your DPS cooldowns properly. Three, make a, I guess I want to say, a timed plan of attack. Like, I know I'm going to do X and this here, and I know that this is going to be a oh shit moment, so I'm going to have to use this here. Or I'm struggling on this mechanic. Here's how I'm going to make it better next time. I've been talking for just over 10 minutes here. So hopefully this video made a little bit of sense on what to actually look for when you're watching a kill video. So just make sure that when you're watching those kill videos, apply it to you. How does this fight affect you? What do you bring to the table to help overcome the obstacles? And what extra things can you do to help the raid out? This is Marcus, your GM at Legends Anonymous. Thank you for watching this talent development series video on how to watch kill videos. Thank you.